Hi, hello. Today I have a video reviewing the new ColourPop foundation concealer, which I've used already, and the pressed powder and the loose powder. So I have them all here. All of them are here. Oh, I have them all here, which you can see. I've been really excited to try this foundation and also the powders as well. I did buy two shades. I bought the lightest shade I believe that they have, which is Fair 05, and then I bought, which I think is going to match me, Light 45. So they come in packaging like this. Just says the shade name on the top. I think I might mix both shades together in this video because I don't know if this is gonna, actually I might, so I don't know, we'll see. So this is Fair 05, it's very light, and then this is Light 45. The packaging is really cute and like petite. It has got only 25 mils in there, which normally a standard foundation is 30 mils. It just has loads of stars on it. It says ColourPop No Filter Foundation on the front, and then it has the name on the bottom there. It does lock and then unlock on the top. It does stay stiff when you have it on lock, which is good, and then obviously it pushes down when you unlock it, obviously. That's the foundation. Then obviously I have the concealer, which I've used loads of times. I bought the shade Light 10, which was originally the lightest shade, but they now have a lighter shade. Then they have the No Filter Setting Powder, which is a loose powder. I believe you can get a banana shade, translucent, and a deeper shade for deeper skin tones, of course. So I bought the one in translucent because I just prefer a translucent powder. I think banana powders would be a bit too dark under my eyes. So it just looks like this. The only thing about this powder is, as you can see, it's quite small. In the Laura Mercier, I believe there's like 29 grams in there, which is amazing. In this you only get 8.5 grams, so, but it's really inexpensive, so that's a good thing. And then lastly I bought the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder, which looks like this. I love the packaging. I bought the shade Fair because I didn't know how dark the light would be and I didn't want it to be too dark. So it comes with a mirror, which is really handy, and it looks like a really nice mirror as well. You get 5.50 grams of product. The shade looks nice as well. Ooh, it's magnetic. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to be using a brush on one side and then a sponge on the other, just to see how much coverage you get. Apparently it's a good coverage foundation. I think they said that it's a medium to full coverage, but we're going to try and get it to full. They're like a good full coverage foundation, you know? I'll do one side first and then I'll do the other side just to see how it go. Normally in my foundation testing videos, like first impressions, I normally just prime one side of my face, but I've come to realise that I never don't prime my face, so I'm going to just prime the whole of my face. I've been liking the Rimmel Lasting Finish 8-Hour Wear Makeup Primer. It's the 04 one. This is nice and moisturising on my face, which I've been loving recently. So this is quite a thick primer, so we'll let it sink into the skin. But I love how moisturising it is. You can see little carrots. I'm also testing out the Jaclyn Hill palette. Well, not palette, Vault collection thing palettes. So stay tuned for that. Well, it'll probably be up before this video, to be honest, because I want to get it up while it's new and fresh, you know. I'm just going to go in with Light 45 because I think it's going to match me. So I'm going to take it off lock and not much product comes out, so I'm going to squirt one more. It's very liquidy. Okay, so I've taken 3 pumps on my hand. I'm using the Morphe Y6 brush. Okay, that is pigmented. I can tell now that it has got high pigmentation. Even though I don't have blemishes, I do have a lot of pigmentation in my skin. I love this so far. Even with a brush. I haven't used foundation with a brush in like so long. I think they claimed that it's a matte foundation. So far it's not looking too matte, which is good, I suppose. Okay, so that is with a brush. It gave lots of coverage. It's very pigmented. Then this is the other side. I think I chose a good colour. I could have went darker actually. If I really like this foundation, then maybe I'll buy a darker shade. Okay, so now I'm going to do this side. This side looks great. It has clung to some of the dry patches around my nose, but that's just normal. Every foundation does that to me, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm going to take a sponge. I'm just going to take one more pump of the foundation, I think. So I'm not sure what side I prefer. On the sponge side, it hasn't clung to my dry patches as much, so I think I prefer the sponge side. I think the coverage is kind of the same. It's probably a little bit more full coverage on the brush side, but I don't mind it. I like it so far. It blends out really nicely as well. I wouldn't say it's a matte finish, I'd say it's like a semi-matte finish, but I like how the finish is looking. I don't like a dead matte foundation these days because my skin is a little bit more dry. I think you'd like this foundation as well if you have oily skin because it's not an oily foundation. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 10. Again, I've used this before so I know how good this is, but I want to test because it is a joint product. I want to test how it goes with the foundation, the matching foundation. This concealer does oxidize a little bit, so bear that in mind, but it doesn't really bother me. Maybe get a shade lighter. Okay, so that blended really nicely into that foundation, of course. Now next I'm going to use the loose powder in translucent. So I've pressed my sponge into that and I'm going to press that under my eyes. I'm not going to bake with this, I'm just pressing it into the under eyes. Okay, so that looks nice. It has definitely mattified my under eyes, which is nice to stop creasing. Yeah, love that so far. That's great. Okay, so next I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. I have the shade Fair and it looks like this. So I'm going to use the Morphe G7 brush just to set my whole face. I know this is a sheer powder, so it's not going to show up much. I think it is mattifying my skin. So I can't see much of a difference because it is a sheer powder, but I believe it has mattified my skin a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do my bronzer, blush and highlight, and I'll be right back. And my eyebrows. Okay, so I have done the rest of my makeup. If you want to see this eye look, I will link it in the eye up by here. I used the new Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection palette, Dark Magic palette, which is the green grungy one. So go check that out. I'll link it up here and in the description box below. So overall, the products I used on top of this foundation blended nicely. It's kind of creased in my smile lines a little bit and in my lip right here. You can see a little bit of my creases on my forehead, but overall the rest of it looks great. I have used ColourPop bronzer, blusher and highlight just to coordinate, you know, and also my brow product. I've used a different brow product today, believe it or not. Okay, so my overall judgment on this is it's a little bit creasing a little bit. The powder under my eyes looks nice, the concealer and stuff. It looks nice on my nose, my forehead, apart from the little, I need to stop frowning so much, and smiling. But I like smiling, so. Yeah, overall I like this foundation. It's not too matte, but it does go a lot more matte when you set it with powder, especially the powders I used. So I think it is approved. I will obviously test it out in other videos and I will show me applying it more in my videos, so I will give you an updated opinion on it in like a few weeks when I've tried it out a lot more and stuff, so stay tuned for that. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out content like that, and if you want to see eye looks like this, then make sure you subscribe. Make sure to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, so I know that you like this sort of videos. I will link the rest of my foundation reviews up there. Turn on the notifications to see what I review. And yeah, everything will be listed down below. Also what I've got on my eyes and my lips and stuff. And yeah, I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.